Welcome back. Today I'm going to be tying a brown woolly bugger, and I'm going to be using a black feather for the hackle to wind it around the body. I've used these before and they've fished pretty well. I haven't been able to go out fishing yet. It's raining out, so I figured I'd just do a fly tying thing, and I'm hoping to get out tomorrow, but it looks like that might not be possible because it's going to be raining again. So let's get started on this. But I will be posting a video up pretty soon, as soon as I go out. Tie off with some brown thread. Tie it down. Nice thing I like about fishing woolly buggers is that you can fish them like a nymph. You can dead drift them. I've done that a lot. Or you could fish them like a small streamer, like a traditional streamer. Do a retrieve, and you can vary the retrieve, and it's just a good fly to fish. You can fish it a lot of different ways. Get some non-lead wire here. Do some 0.35 to get the fly down. I guess I should tie the tail in first, huh? Got some brown marabou. Pull out a nice plume here. I tie these in a variety of sizes. I've tied them down the smallest size, size 14, and I've done pretty well on them. Fish seem to respond to them pretty well. Like I said, it's a good search pattern too. It's a good pattern to try when you first time out on the river. You don't know the river very well. You can tie on a woolly bugger. It makes a good attractor pattern. If there's anything in the water, you can usually get them to strike on it. Alrighty, get the lead wound around. So that's another one of the reasons why I like using it. It's a good way to find out if there's trout in the water, if there's fish in the water. These are really good on bass. Variation of this, I'm sure a lot of people know, is that you can tie these without the hackle wound around the body and just put some marabou tufts on either side along with some dumbbell eyes, and it makes a good dragonfly nymph, which is another good pattern to try out in lakes and lakes and ponds, and it's even good in the river, I mean. But I've used them and I've caught some nice smallmouth and largemouth bass on them. So again, it's a very versatile pattern. Universal. Get some brown. I'm using the ultra chenille because you really don't need the big stuff. This stuff is easy to tie, and with the weight wrapped around the hook, it gives you bulk, so you don't really need to use the large stuff. Again, I find the small stuff easier to tie, easier to control, and you don't have to mess around with the big stuff. And I've got a black saddle hackle here. Tie that on. Again, this color combination seems to work pretty decent. I could tie in a larger fly and give me more of a really hairy appearance, but think I'd rather go for like mass. This just more bushy. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but doesn't seem to be as large as the other ones. As if I use the larger hackle. And it's really easy fly to tie, doesn't take a long time. And again, you could tie these in purple, you could fish them for steelhead, you could put a pink head on them with a egg-sucking leech, it's referred to as when it's tied that way. So you can use it, you know, a lot of different ways. Very versatile, like I said. Easy to tie, fish it a variety of different ways. So it's a good general all-around fly. I'm just really hoping it's not raining tomorrow because I'd like to get out on the water. I have to get out and try out these new patterns that I've been, well, they're new patterns for me. I've been dying to get out and try them out. But kind of tough when the weather doesn't cooperate. Well, you can either tie these in a tend to tie them, because it's a smaller hackle, I tend to tie them in a tighter pattern when I wind them. I wind them in a tighter pattern than I would if it was bulkier. But this contrast, the black and the brown, the fish seem to like it, so. And that's what's driving this whole thing, so. Build up a little head here. Give it a whip finish. Trim some of the hairs off around the head there. Get a well-defined area. And take a little bit of head cement. Time to thin this out. It's definitely time to thin it out. It's barely coming out. I'm gonna have to do that after I get done here. And there you have it. It's a quick, really quick fly. Easy to tie. Let me do a close-up. Stop this for a second.